It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Friday, March 24th. I'm James Spann. A very active pattern coming up in the next 7 days and really beyond. But then again, this is the core of the spring tornado season. It's what we expect. The first chance of strong to severe storms will be tomorrow. Here we go. Water vapor satellite view. Big trough coming out of the Rockies, affecting Texas, Oklahoma. And obviously that's going to set up some strong to severe storms later today and tonight. That's the radar at 2:32 coming out of Shreveport, and the storms over East Texas are relatively well behaved so far, but those could go severe later this afternoon and tonight. Around here, temperatures mostly in the 70s. The exception is Fort Payne. They've got 68. Birmingham at 74. We'll see highs in the 70s for the foreseeable future. And around the nation, for now, the cold air shut off. And as you know, I expect one more cold snap with a chance of frost sometime in April. But no sign of that for the next 7 days. Here's the watch warning map. Wind advisories for parts of the Mid-South. Things are quiet here. Here's the convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather around the Arklatex, Texarkana, Shreveport, down toward Lufkin, Texas. The standard slight risk down to Houston, as far north as Wichita. And then tomorrow, a risk of severe storms from the central Gulf Coast up to near St. Louis. In Alabama, the yellow, that's the standard risk. Level 2, and the word is slight, which can be misleading, but it's the standard risk, and that's basically for areas west of a line from near Madison to Leeds to Greenville and then down to about Atmore. And then to the east, the areas in darker green, that's a marginal risk. Level 1, that's the lowest severe weather risk. And then no severe weather expected from Auburn down to Dothan. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. Day 3, which is Sunday, to the west, a risk of severe storms over Texas and Oklahoma. And again, for Alabama, there's a marginal risk for the northeastern corner of the state. And we're going to see some scattered storms developing Sunday afternoon with an unstable air mass. And those could be fairly strong, but it's not going to rain everywhere Sunday. And the outlooks just keep on rolling. Must be late March. This is day 4. Monday, a risk of severe storms just west of here. Wouldn't be shocked if we had some pretty strong storms Monday. Day 5, Tuesday, risk of severe weather over Texas. And on day 6, Wednesday of next week. Again, the chance of severe storms west of the state. So we've got the chance of severe weather somewhere for the next 6 days. QPF, the rain for the next 7 days, valid through Friday morning of next week. Big numbers for Alabama. Rain amounts between 2 and 4.5 inches for the northern two-thirds of the state. Bring it on. We've still got drought conditions. That is not a bad thing at all. So model fans, here we go. The GFS, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock local time. You can see a trough, somewhat negative tilt just west of the state, so good upper support. The surface low is located over Missouri. And that setup typically brings strong storms this time of the year. We'll check the high-res NAM. This is 1 o'clock. Now, the morning should be pretty quiet. Could it rain? Yes. We could see showers tomorrow morning or early tomorrow afternoon, but the bigger storms will likely come later in the day. This is 7 o'clock, and those bigger storms are approaching Birmingham at that point. So, again, we're going to leave the window the same from noon until 9 o'clock. We've been talking about that for a few days. It's not going to rain all 9 hours, but that is the main window for the strong to severe storms. This is the instability tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. Surface-based capes, about 1,500 joules per kilogram over the western side of the state, a little higher back in eastern Mississippi. This is the low-level jet. About 5,000 feet off the ground. Pretty good jet there, 50 knots or higher over the western side of the state. And that's certainly one of the ingredients needed for severe weather. And on this run, the storm relative helicity values do coincide with the low-level jet and the instability. So this certainly suggests there might be an isolated tornado or two. Still the main threat, probably damaging straight-line winds, but wouldn't be surprised if we had a rotating storm or two. That's the supercell composite index tomorrow. And again, the values are highest on the western side of the state. And finally, the updraft helicity product. This can be good or this can be bad. We've seen it do amazingly well, and sometimes it doesn't. But this is suggesting where updrafts could rotate, maybe potential for some tornado activity. And you can see a few potential updraft helicity tracks through parts of central Alabama. So from noon to 9, and by the way, here's a forecast sounding for West Alabama, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And again, You can see that there's not a lot of dry air in the mid-levels. You'd like to see more of that, but there's certainly some very good veering of the wind with altitude and a curved hodograph. So we'll watch for storms with large hail, damaging wind, and maybe a few isolated tornadoes noon to 9 tomorrow. Highest risk on the western side of the state, from about Birmingham on west. Now, Sunday, the surface low fills near Chicago, and new surface low forms over the Texas Panhandle, and we stay in a moist, unstable air mass. And this is Sunday at 4 o'clock off the high-res NAM, and you can see these scattered showers and storms forming, kind of like a summer day. They're kind of random and popcorn in nature, and where they do form, they could be fairly strong. So if you got something planned outdoors Sunday, just be aware of that. Otherwise, a mixture of clouds and sunshine on Sunday with highs, again, well up in the 70s. We'll go to Monday. The next wave sets up a surface low south of St. Louis, and that could bring a chance of strong, maybe severe storms. This is the instability on Monday, and the instability values are actually a little higher Monday compared to tomorrow. So, again, that's going to be an active day, but we got to get through tomorrow, and then we can focus on Monday. But just be aware of the chance of strong, maybe severe storms Monday. Tuesday, that wave is on by. Showers should be ending pretty early in the day. Wednesday looks dry. We're kind of in between waves. The next one is showing up over Texas. This is Thursday. Feature getting closer. Thursday night, a broad surface low is over Mississippi. And then a week from today, Friday the 31st, a little negative tilt trough coming through. A surface low is just north of here. And we've seen all kind of different looks. And again, there certainly could be some strong to severe storms at the end of next week. Late Thursday, Thursday night, or Friday. But at this point, we just don't know. We've got to get through Monday's event that we can focus on that one. And here comes another one. This is the end of the forecast period. This is Sunday, April 2nd. A very deep surface low near Paducah, Kentucky. And that's a severe weather look. So you can see wave after wave coming through here. In coming weeks, it looks pretty busy for the next month or so, which again is fairly typical for this time of the year. Temperatures off the European, highs mostly in the 70s and lows mostly in the 50s. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. My next video here will be Monday morning at 7. Brian Peters, the man that looks like Colonel Sanders. We'll have the video updates tomorrow and Sunday. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.